Subnautica, the game which will give you thalassophobia if you didn't already have it, the bucket game that gave nightmares to everyone. So, how was it? Subnautica is a survival game developed by Unknown Worlds Entertainment. It was first released in early access in 2014, and 4 years of more development it fully released in January of 2018. The game takes place on the planet 4546b, where your character crash lands after his ship mysteriously blows up. This is where the game starts. Your goal is to somehow get back to your home planet. You can search for other survivors, camp fauna and flora for more information, and scatter aura remnants to unlock new recipes. You also have the power to build habitats and vehicles. Since it's a survival game, you have to look out for your hunger, thirst and oxygen. You also of course have health to look out for in case you take some damage. The story and lore of the game isn't as easy to figure out as you will think. The story has to be pieced together through finding abandoned PDAs and scanning and reading stuff, just like Dark Souls. This can also help figuring out what to do and where to go next, because you will be lost. The main theme of the game is exploration, and you will be abandoned on an ocean planet where you will have to figure out and remember where certain things are. Survival and crafting are the biggest parts of the game, so you'll have to rely on your memory a lot. And of course, the game is a VP scale. I mean, you're in a gigantic ocean, the deeper you go, the darker it gets, and you don't know what's waiting you down there. It might be just nothing, or the most fearsome devil of hell mutated by the lack of sunlight. I like the design and the concept of the game. I think it manages to do perfectly what it wants to, and it can make you feel some heavy existential dread sometimes. Subnautica is a pretty gay survival game, and the achievements aren't that hard. You can get all of them by just playing through the game, so I won't really talk about them. They are not so hard to get, and there aren't too many of them. It took me 53 hours to complete Subnautica twice. This is why I rate Subnautica an 8 out of 10 and its completion difficulty for a 2.5 out of 10. Subnautica Below Zero is a sequel to Subnautica. It was released in early access in January of 2019 and fully released in May of 2021. It takes part on the coast side of the same planet 4546b. You play as Robin who smuggled herself onto the planet to investigate the disappearance of her sister. All the previous needs and goals return, but there are a new goal to look out for: hypothermia. You can gain hypothermia by being out of the water in a harsh weather. Not much of the previous vehicles return, but the game introduces more, which was pretty good. You have the customizable sea truck, which is my favorite, or you have the Arctic Terrain Speedway, the Snow Fox, which is pretty cool to control. Despite it being a sequel to Subnautica, I don't really feel like this game is a real sequence improvement of the original game. Although it was first designed to be a DLC, it feels more like that to me than a full game. The new danger, hypothermia, isn't a real danger. There are a lot of things that can prevent it or save you from it. It never was a real problem to me. Also, the game feels pretty handholdy to me. Instead of finding out where you have to go or exploring, the game tells you straight where to explore or go next. You can't really go find that yourself. Also, the end of the game, its endgame, felt a bit rushed and unexpected. Bad, kind of unexpected. The endgame of the original Subnautica was great, but this one felt a bit weird and strange. Also on that note, I think the worst part for me was how the original storyline just got abandoned in the middle of the game, and you can't just do the whole game and miss the whole goal of your character, just like how I did at first. And not to talk about some performance issues I had. Also, some of its fauna danger felt dull to me. Maybe it was just me coming prepared and experienced from the last game, or it may have been the creatures being not so scary this time. Also, of course, a lot of recipes were made easier, like if the game was meant to be an easy mode of Subnautica, like how the titanium would cost now 5 titanium to make instead of 10. I'm not trying to say the whole game was bad. It had some great improvements from Subnautica. There was a character which I really liked, and as I said, the new vehicles were also great. They added some great new tools to help you out, and I have to hand it to them. The game looked way better than the original. Not to say the original looked bad. All in all, it just felt a bit dull to me, and I think it should have been improved more. This time I actually missed a few achievements because they were kind of trivial stuff, but they were still easy and few. And it took me 23 hours to complete Subnautica below 0. And that's why I'm gonna rate Subnautica below 0 as 7 out of 10. And its completion difficulty 2.8 out of 10. Thanks for watching.